Happy Sunday, everybody. Yes, I am here with you, and you are here with me. Here are the voice, and we are joined here together on the most amazing self-love Sunday. Yes, 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 yes. You have made it through another week with pure energy, with pure light, with pure joy, and with everything, 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 everything that you need guiding you here on your purpose. Welcome to my bathroom. So I wanted to invite you and bring you into my self-care routine on this day because today I woke up and I was feeling really, 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 really heavy. So like the first thing I did literally since 9 o'clock this morning, I have been up cleaning every nook and cranny of the house, living room, kitchen, bedroom, and just really providing some healing in that sense, but also allowing myself to release the stagnant energy that I have accumulated by not fully being present or really battling my ability to be present in this new state of bliss that I am feeling. I think that sometimes when we get into our blissful states and we are feeling the love energy that we have been projecting actually feeding back into us in a magnitude that maybe we have never received before and in a way that we never received before but have always wanted, we have to make sure that we are very clear about the energy that we keep and the way in which we give and share this energy with everybody else in the world, and really allow ourselves to feel what the feelings are and where the feelings are in our body when they arise, so that we can become in control of what these feelings do and invoke in terms of us in a physical way, in a mental way, and in a spiritual way as well. Each one of us carries a specific energetic force and a way in which we communicate that with the rest of the world, and our job is to do that in full faith, in full honor, and in full trust that it will be received by those who are supposed to, who are ready to, who are willing to, who are wanting to receive that energy. And all opposing energies are just energies that are unfamiliar with that. So allow them time and space in order for them to gain the knowledge enough to be able to be receptive of what it is that you're giving, because we all are meant to exchange and interchange energy with one another. All of us are meant to exchange and interchange energy with one another, and the moment that we release our need to be in control of the way in which energy is exchanged amongst people is the moment that we will be able to come to a clear understanding and allow ourselves to fully just be. So this state of love, this state of bliss, this state of ultimately a magnitude of blessings that have just been opening up and revealing themselves to me. I'm in my 10th year of life. 2 + 8 makes 10. 10 means that you're starting at the beginning again. So it makes sense that I'm starting with the energy of love again, and how it is that I want to own my mastership of that love. And so recently I have allowed a little bit more love into my life and allowed myself the patience to understand and be present in each and every moment. But your mind, man, your mind will be going a mile a minute. And I think that as we grow older and as we start to see the things that we've always wanted come right into our physical world, we're just like, you get the quick latch on feeling again, and you have to remember all of your training thus far. Remember the need, the want, the necessity of patience to allow things to grow and transpire so that you can really feel and see the whole truth behind something. Don't just allow yourself to settle for what you see on the surface. Dive deep into what that is. And so yesterday I pulled a card, and it was my first time pulling this card, and it's El Has, Divine Might Foretold. I'm going to read you all of this. It's from my favorite deck of cards right now, Earth Warriors by Alana Fairchild. She goes into some of the deepest descriptions. Look at this card. So beautiful. So beautiful. So I'm going to read it for you. You know what is correct. You understand that any gain which comes from denying your values and compromising yourself creates a loss of soul. There are times when it may seem as though people who act without integrity are obtaining benefit without negative precaution. Life can seem unfair if you limit yourself to a strictly human perspective. Yet nothing escapes the attention of the spiritual worlds. Restorative action and balance, fairness is always in action at a high level. According to divine timing and wisdom, stay true to your integrity. Put your faith in divine justice, and you will win in a way that brings benefit to many. Inner reading. Don't let yourself down with behavior or attitudes that are unworthy of you. You have divinity within you and a right to be in the world with dignity, grace, and integrity. Whether in a small matter of apparent significance to anyone other than yourself, or in big matters where you feel your soul and perhaps souls of others are on the line of integrity, will be your saving grace. You can be kind of heart, but also firm as you refuse to allow anyone or anything to convince you that lowering your standards of acceptable behavior is warranted. Be in right relationship with yourself, and the divine justice will be always done. Whether you see it happening or not, put your faith in the good and true, and you will successfully continue on your path. Others are relying on you to be true to yourself more than you may realize. You are strong enough to live with honor. Spiritual guidance. The Norse runic teachings of Elhas brings elk wisdom. This is the soul quality of integrity, which places you on the right side of spiritual laws of the universe. The Norse tradition, the qualities of personal luck, grace, power, and energy, and ability to succeed are known as Haminyaga. This oracle foretells an increase in your Haminyaga and in your capacity to impart your spiritual energy into your communities. This puts you in a position of increasing power and influence, which your integrity will help you express wisely. In a position of spiritual influence, you will sometimes end up standing apart from others who may demonstrate less inner strength. By refusing to compromise what you know is true, you will be able to uplift those who are ready beyond ego limitations of greed, laziness, and boredom. You can bring about a new understanding that one's standard of living is about more than personal ownership of possessions. Rather, it is about inner state of your being, how we choose to live the life we have been given. Your influence is not about encouraging others to make the same choices that you have made for yourself, but about learning to honor their own integrity, to make their own wise decisions. In this way, you become a spiritual protector and guardian for those of your communities, helping each individual to grow according to their own soul journey. That part right there, when I read that yesterday, it really hit a mark, because so much in my practice of gaining all of this knowledge and sharing the way in which I know best to give energy and interchange energy with other people, sometimes I feel like I should be doing more, reaching more, looking for the masses, trying to see how I can get 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion people in one room and just give them the love that lives and exists within inside of me, just to enable that spark within them so that they become fully activated. That's literally like all I want. And the way in which I do that is through the individual. It's through spending quality time. It's been a minute since I've done this survey, and I think I should do it again this week. This week I will do it again, and I think that you should join me in doing it. But it is the love languages. Finding out your languages of love. And I know when I did it the first time and the first few times, it was always quality time and words of affirmation. Really somebody who is willing to spend the biggest expense with me, which is their time, and also be able to build me up always, even when I am ascending, build me up even stronger, allowing me to want to give that same level of love, that same level of energy back. And on an individual level, that love drives so deep. And when I start to think about what I want in a partner, or how I would want my king, my man, my person to be, it would be to be that of which can assess all of the doings and all of the happenings in the world and create a deeper understanding that is driven through love to help push and motivate each action you know you need to take in order to succeed in getting what it is that you desire, you know, and achieving your goals, and just being successful in your power to have will and faith and trust in your journey, and living by your journey and never backing down off your journey. That is what I look for in a partner, someone who speaks this highly of themselves so they have no other way in which to speak to anybody else, encouraging me to then know that I shall always and only speak from this higher sense of self, knowing and understanding that each person that I come into contact with is individually on their own journey, discovering how they receive and interact with the rest of the world. So I have to give them patience if they do not understand. The best that I can do, or the greatest that I can do, is allow them their time to understand, rather than feel as though they need to know and agree with what it is I'm saying, but allow them time to understand so that we can then grow a deeper conversation to build a bigger, broader sense of connection and understanding in the way in which we choose to live life. Whew, that was a lot that came from that card, but yeah, I wanted to share that with you, and I'm glad that we're here in the bathtub doing it. Let's continue. Elk urges us to care for and protect each other. We are urged to be firm about what is just and what is not correct, and yet also to be merciful and have compassion in our heart. For we are human beings who will stumble. If we are courageous enough to pursue a path of justice and truth, the Divine Father, an aspect which Elk wisdom expresses through the qualities of justice, nobility, and integrity, will support and encourage us. The moment we are moved to harshness, even if we believe it is in pursuit of a noble cause, we lose our spiritual footing, compromise our values of mercy and compassion, and undermine our strength of leadership. In this advanced spiritual citizenship, we recognize that our empowerment comes from our consciousness. We use our will to uphold that consciousness, not to attempt to dominate another, but to evoke a quality of soul that inspires each other towards taking their own healing actions. Yes, 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 yes. Elk wisdom will at some stage bring us into a testing period during which we feel challenged. We may question or be questioned as to whether we are being realistic or if we should just adopt the same lower frequency approach as most others seem to do. In your heart, however, you know that the moment you do this, you would lose yourself. As we pass through this initiation of Elk wisdom, we will get to a place where, without anything, loss of passion for the healing outcome we desire, we realize that if we are willing to sell our soul to obtain results, then we have lost not one. At this level of the internal spiritual integrity, the divine can rely upon you to be faithful helper in its world of loving higher purpose. You are trustworthy, a true devotee to wisdom. And so the appearance of El House foretells a successful invisible soul mission for you in this lifetime. Woo! That was a lot. Let me give you the prayer and then we will wrap this up. I honor the Supreme Divine Father with love in my heart. I want to please you because I know that with love, I know that your purpose is fulfillment for all beings. I dedicate my heart to your heart, my will to your purpose, and my soul to your spiritual care and protection. May I treasure the gift of integrity which enables me to feel for the truth of your presence through my choices and actions. I will listen to you. Father, hear you and not turn away. I received your mercy and encouragement in the face of my stumbling, and so I forgive myself and others freely. I honor the power of your justice, discipline, and truth flowing as merciful correction through me and into the world. Thank you for trusting and loving me. I vow to honor and serve you with all of my heart and soul. So be it. Man, I read this yesterday and I was like, it helped me refocus my energy into the present moment, which is now. And when fantasies start to become here into your present place, it's so easy to go 10 years forward, 3 years forward, 1 year forward, 1 week, 1 month, 1 day forward into the future, and wanting to, it's not just about being in the future, it's about wanting to gain the security of what the future holds. However, you can't gain security of what the future holds if you are not present in this moment, because here in this present moment is where the future is built. So you have to allow yourself to flow within the peace of all of the mystical energies that are floating around and all of the fantasies that are being driven up by your sacral and coming into your reality, because you have gotten so good at honing in on your energy, you're becoming that magnet that you've always wanted to be. And now that you're that magnet that you've always wanted to be, everything that you want is coming into you the way that you want it to, but you have created habits within yourself based on the rejection of how you actually are that have made you not trust yourself. So on top of the unconditional love that you have gained, that you have gotten so tight for yourself, you have to now gain unconditional trust for your process, for your journey, and for anything you decide to engage with. Unconditional trust for anything you decide to engage with. You have to release your attachments to all things learned up until now and gain the trust in who you are and the faith in what you're doing, and get that laser line focus to lock in on your target so nothing can deter you off your path, and you continue to draw in all of those things that are necessary for your growth, because you are now that magnet. You are now that magnetic force that pulls into you what it is you need. So keep on pulling it in, 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 keep on pulling it in. You are that magnet. You are that force of energy. You are that love, that ultimate pull, that drive, that everything, 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 everything that you need, you are, you have activated and now trusted. Trust the tools that you have been given, and trust the guidelines in which you have been given to do that. And the guidelines are written by you. So trust the knowledge that you have accumulated in your life up until this point, because it all matters for what you will encounter now. Treat everything with unconditional love and an unconditional mind. Trust in yourself and in your journey unconditionally, without the need of approval from anyone, without the need of approval from anyone, without the need of approval from anyone. Wash away, wash away, wash away all the things that no longer serve you. Wash away all the things that no longer serve you. Allow them to just wash away, wash away. Take a deep breath and allowing things to just go. Wash away. Giving yourself the opportunity to start again. To start without the rejection that you have experienced at all from any of the trauma in which you have gone. You should just start again. I encourage you to just start again. And when it gets hard, take a deep breath, think about it, and start again. But always be true to you and act in the way in which is according to your heart beating in a state of love and enabling your greater sense of self. I love you. I appreciate you. You mean the world, moon, stars, the entire Milky Way galaxy to me. And until next time.